guys, how's it going? Here I am laughing again as I start. Finally got my bangs trimmed, so I'm a little bit more happy, but now of course I'm looking at my body going, where did the tan go? Well, it certainly didn't go on my body because I haven't been tanning, I haven't been outside, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, before I continue, how much severe pain I'm feeling, you know, from working out. Seriously, every single part of my body is in pain right now. My triceps, my chest, my core, all over. Glutes not as much. Calves a little bit. It's mostly like core, legs a little bit. I'm trying to think. Yeah, let me just tell you. A couple of things that doing that, Amy and I, which by the way, she's on her way over here, so you might hear somebody barge in and start swearing in a minute. Probably not. Mr. Flo, these are gonna be getting better because seriously, you guys, my weight training the past couple of months with the running and the excessive travel has just really taken a back seat, and I'm very upset, but I'm mapping out for this whole week. I'm actually mapping out my training so that I make sure that I get my upper body in, I get my lower body, I get my core. No worries about the core right now, I'll tell you that much. Everything, seriously. So Amy and I went to this outdoor boot camp, which by the way, the reason I'm dressed in not workout clothes is because we have a meeting to go to, lunch meeting. I always love it when lunch meetings include sushi. I'm also back to drinking my water. That's what I've been bad about too the past, just, you know, you guys, if you're committed to getting fit, you can't wing it, period. I'm realizing that because, let's be honest, you know, my work life isn't going to get any less hectic. It's not going to get like, wow, you just finished your book, so now everything's going to be great. You're going to have 4 extra hours every day. It doesn't happen like that. It's just, I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to be working, I'm going to be doing all the things I'm doing. So you just have to find a way to get some calm and some, what's the word I'm looking for? Not calm, some predictability and your own policies and procedures, right? In your crazy, chaotic life. And for me, hello, my life isn't going to get any less chaotic. I've got to figure out, and I figured out, you know, for me, if I don't get my workouts in the morning, we're looking at a 50% chance of it getting done later in the day because things come up. If I'm at a conference, okay, and there might not be anything scheduled for that evening, chances are I'm going to end up meeting someone there who's going to end up inviting me to something, or it'll be a dinner or whatever. And you know, it's business. You can't say no. So you have to go. And then if you get back to your hotel at 9:30 or 10, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. By that time, I'm so tired, I could, and normally I'd yell at somebody, right? If they were like, I'm too tired, work out. But you know, after a long day like that, I'm pulling all I have to get energy to work out. So, I have got to look at my week each week and say, okay, where, you know, here's my running training right now for the next 10 weeks, I've got my marathon or half marathon training in, right? So I put that in first, and then I'm balancing out, when I'm not doing that, what am I gonna do for cardio? And then I'm balancing out my cardio with my weight training. Because otherwise you just wing it. And my weight training the past 5 or 6 weeks has been just totally sporadic. I'm packing for my trip the morning that I leave. That's not like me. It's like me to pack my bags and have everything ready the night before. I've been so busy, you guys, that I'm literally like throwing crap in a bag the morning, and the limo's out front like honking the horn like it's time to go. That's so the opposite of this girl, Miss Early, Miss Planner. That tells you how busy and crazy I've been. So you got to plan, you've got to plan, I've got to plan. So that's what I want to do better. I've got to get back into, I almost said eating my drinks. Hello. But seriously, like Amy and I, we were both talking about how bad we've been with water. I mean, you just look at, you've got to keep yourself in the habit, because if you don't, it's so easy to be like, whoa, holy cow, I totally have not been drinking my water. Sherry and I usually do a thing, Sherry, where we do this challenge to like drink at least 4 of these, this size of water a day. And so like I'll text her and go, hey, I just finished a bottle, and she's like, damn it. So competition's great, right? So there's that. So yeah, I'm totally working hard on scheduling all my workouts, because back to that, say it, Kelly, say it. Back to the looks funny, boot camp thing we did on Saturday. the fact that I'm still this sore, number one, means it was a great workout. Number two, it just means that the very fact that I was working these muscles and that they're this sore means that I haven't been working them for the past 6 to 7 weeks, okay? There's something to be said about having a really tough workout and being sore the next day, especially if you're mixing it up. But when you're really, really sore like that, that's just evidence of the fact that you haven't trained that hard in a while. Because, you know, when you're regularly weight training and you're regularly doing all of these things, you know, I might be misspeaking here, I don't think so. You're not gonna have this level. So I knew it. I knew it going in. I knew that I was, and I knew after we did like our first circuit where we did, we ran around the park and then we went up and we did, first we did some core exercises and then we ran up halfway through the park and then we did 3 different leg exercises, side lunges, curtsy lunges, and then kind of what, very similar to Kathy Friedrich's fire walkers. And then you did that 3 times. And by that time, because I was focusing really hard and he was helping me, you know, focus on my form, focus on making sure I'm using the right muscles and not twisting the wrong way, excuse me. Once I started walking around after that, I totally could feel my hamstrings. And I'm like, oh crap. And I knew at that moment that the next couple of days were going to be sore. But it's a good sore. It's a good sore. So I'm really excited. You know, this is generally a good feeling to be walking around for the next couple of days feeling your workout. And I'm excited. You guys, we're coming up on the last 3 months of the year. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do kind of like this, but it looked like I was doing that. As I'm saying 3, I'm not really that stupid. Last 3 months of the year, and it's the last quarter, and I am bound and determined to make it count. I'm really happy overall of the progress that I've made this year. You know, for those of you that have been reading my blog for a while, you know that last year, you know, I've had to just write it off. It was a year of medical issues and me finally getting diagnosed correctly and realizing that this old hag here, you know, is having those hormonal changes that come with this time of life. I actually saw some video of myself. My dad was like, Kelly, look at this video from Christmas a couple years ago. I'm like, can you please delete that? I was like, good God. So it's all good. It's all going the other way. If this was the bad downward spiral in 2009, I'm turning it around. Each quarter, I've been able to incorporate some new stuff. First quarter, it was really just about getting back into regular and consistent training because I hadn't been in 2009. Second quarter is when I did I think somebody might be knocking on the door, but she'll ring the doorbell if it's her. The second quarter is when I did the Eat, Stop, Eat, which a lot of you guys have been asking me if I'm still doing that. I'm not really fasting on a regular basis right now because of the running training, and I know that if I really lower my calories and I'm training this hard, doing a lot of running and then adding weight training and whatever, that's stupid. I mean, I know that now. It's very hard for some of us to get our head wrapped around that, but you've got to realize that when you're training hard, I'm trying to think of what book I read it in. I've heard it a million times, but I finally read it in a way where they explain the whole concept of how if you don't eat and you're training so hard, like why your body will hold on to the fat as opposed to, you know, eating enough all day and, you know, not pigging out obviously and not going on some crazy restrictive diet, but eating enough all day and then your body will burn the fat. And I have lost weight pretty much everywhere. It still is, the majority of my weight is right around my lower torso where I never had it before. But it's getting better, and what I'm doing is I'm not focusing on what I have left to change. I'm focusing on the changes that I do see. I'm focusing on the fact that every time I put my workout clothes on, when I put those Nike workout tops on, I'm getting close to my time. Everything's more loose every time I put it on. I feel better, I'm going faster. I'm just focusing on what I'm aiming for. I'm not focusing on, you know, looking in the mirror and going, that's disgusting, look at that, because then that's gonna be my visual all day. I want my visual to be what I'm trying to accomplish, and guess what? What I am accomplishing. That's what you gotta focus on. So, aside from the fact that I am completely sore all over and went for a power walk yesterday with those Earth Balance shoes, not that I'm saying it's the shoes' fault, but I didn't wear like my runner socks. I had a blister on my Achilles heel. Is that what it's called? Achilles tendon, whatever. It's like this big. From hell. Dress right for the weather, people. Get your workouts in. Enjoy Monday enjoyment, and I'll see you soon. Make it count.